Okay, so so I think we are meeting after 1 week, right? So because of your lab sessions, so last week we couldn't take the theory class, so try to move on from now on. So I think the last class I finished Norton theorem, and I think I solved uh, one problem on maximum power transform.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I hope everyone got the concept of your Nortons, right? So I told to solve maximum power transform, you just need to have a logic of your Thevenins, right? So how we used to find RTH and VTH, same procedure. Only thing is you need to know the formula to calculate the power. So what was the formula to calculate the power using maximum power transform theorem? So I can make this of power is equals to VTH square divided by 4 times of your R. So this is what the formula you need to remember, right, everyone? So do you remember this much? The formula,
Yes,
and
sir.
we solved one problem. Okay, so we'll proceed. So we'll try to finish up this module today. So we'll solve a few more problems on maximum power transform. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll go with your module number 3, the last module. That is your initial value condition. So today we can finish off your theorems, right? What on the question here? What on the question? For the network shown below, for the network shown below, find the value of R. For the network shown below, find the value of R. You need to find the value of your R that will receive a maximum power. That will receive a maximum power and also obtain its power. So you need to find the value of R, that is first category, and also you need to find the power. So what is the maximum power delivered across this network using the formula? So VTH squared divided by 4R. Am I done with the question here? Everyone, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So let's proceed. So I hope you remember the concept to find your VTH and RTH, right? So what was the logic in Thevenins? So wherever you need to find RTH or R equivalent. So where is your load now? Load is across this junction, right? So you need to remove this and you need to place your RTH. Then if there is a voltage source, short circuit that. If there is a current source, open circuit that. So from the given network, we know that there is only one voltage source. So we can make short circuit. So and we can replace this load with my R equivalent. So whatever R equivalent you are going to find, that itself is your what? What? That itself is your R. Correct? So just eliminate that. So replace your RTH here. So RTH or R equivalent. Fine. So what will happen for my voltage source 100 volt? What will happen for my voltage source? It is going to be get shorted. Correct? So now you need to find what? You need to find R equivalent. So to find R equivalent, what is the procedure here? So how many series, how many parallel combinations you can find? How many series and how many parallel combinations you can find? I'm audible. Yeah. I'm asking people only. I'm audible here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the procedure now? So we found that RTH or R equivalent by removing the load. Then voltage source was there. I have shorted it. So now tell me this 10.9 and 19.6. Is it in series or parallel?
Parallel, sir.
Parallel. So similarly, 5.2 and 7.9 is also parallel.
Parallel. Yes, sir.
So that answer combination will become in series. Okay now. So now tell me what is the parallel combination of these two. So what is this R equivalent now? So let me put one in a time. So what is his answer? First one. So this is like this. RTH is here. Yeah. What is first answer here? 10.9 parallel with 19.9. How much is this parallel combination? Just use your calculation. Tell me the answer.
Seven, sir.
Exact 7.
Yes, sir.
7.0.
7.004.
Okay, so we can take 7, not an issue, because you'll get 0.004. So go ahead with next one. So 10.9 combination is over. Next. 004 you told. What about next?
3, sir.
3, sir.
3.
How much here?
3.001, sir.
Okay, 3.00.
1.
Okay. So either you can take decimal, because anyhow it's 00 is there. You can take 7 and 3, not an issue. So if you take this, so now tell me what is R equivalent RTH equals to? How much R equivalent?
10.005, sir.
So you found R equivalent as 10.005 ohm. So don't forget to write the unit. So out of the thing what we are supposed to find, we have found the first one, that is your R equivalent. So now how to find your R? So how to find your VThevenin now? To find the maximum power, one category is done. So I need to find VTH. Yes. What is VTH here? So whatever R equivalent you got, 10.005, that itself is the value of your R. So this is your load now. Okay now. So proceed. So go ahead. So how to solve now? So I need to replace the load with what? VTH. And you have to replace back your voltage source. So I think minus plus what I gave, 100 volt. Okay now. So by looking at this, how many meshes you have here? How many meshes you have? See, ultimate goal is to find VTH. So if we are able to find the mesh current, it means I need to find the node voltages first. If you get the node voltages, I can check out bigger minus smaller, I can subtract each other. Right? So now how many meshes you have? Actually you have 3 meshes, I1, I2, I3. But since your VTH, the third mesh is a open circuit, so there is no flow of current takes place. So what is the number of meshes I can take? I can take this as I1 and this as I2. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now the logic is what? If we are able to find the mesh current, then I can find what is the voltage across this resistor. And I hope you remember, if voltages are in parallel, so if you find any one, it's same answer, right? It means what? If you find the voltage across this 10.9, can I tell the same across this 19.6 also? Because
Yes, sir.
voltages are in parallel. Am I correct? Everyone,
Yes, sir.
am I audible here? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead with
Yes,
your
sir.
mesh analysis now. So apply your mesh analysis for the first mesh. So apply your KVL for mesh 1. So what I am writing, is it visible here? Everyone, is it visible? Is it visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So apply mesh analysis now. So you can look at the first mesh. You can get the individual current directly, because there is only I1, I2. There is no in between resistors or any RLC element, right? So straight away you can get mesh 1 current with I1 and mesh 2 with I2. Okay now? So just check out. So minus 10.9 I1. So minus 2 plus 100. Again minus 19.6 I1 equal to 0. So from this straight away we can get the answer of I1. Check out what is I1 now. How much here?
3.27 ampere, sir.
3.27. Okay, good. So you got one answer of I1. Fine. So same way you can apply for your next category also. So apply here. So minus 5.2 I2. Then again minus 7.1 I2 minus 100 equals to 0. Check out how much I2. Check out the answer
Minus
of I1 and I2.
8.13, sir.
Istapa?
Minus 8.13 ampere.
Minus 8.13 amp. Okay, so the negative current indicates the assumption what you had made should be reversed. That's it. Okay, fine. So now once we find the current across the meshes, I need to find what? See, ultimate goal is to find my VTH. So if I take this terminal as A and this as B, so we need to find VAB. Correct? So you need to find what is your voltage across A and voltage across B. So what I told, if voltages are in parallel, it remains same. If voltages are in series, you can add together. Correct? So what is the meaning? So let me find any one resistor current. So to find VA, so let me consider I into R. So I is I1. So R, let me take 10.9. So check out this 3.27 into 10.9. How much here? What is VA equals to?
35.643, sir.
35 point.
643.
Okay, so volt. So you got VA. Fine. So now similarly you find VB also. So VB is equals to I2 into 5.2. How much? So it's you got minus 8.13 into 5.2. How much here?
42.276, sir.
42.276.
270 volts.
47, huh?
27, sir. 27.
Okay, fine.
7, sir.
So 42.27. Any doubts anyone till here? So am I clear till here to everyone? See, ultimate goal is to find VTH. So for that we found the mesh current. So once you be able to find the mesh current, see we know that. So voltages are in parallel, right? So if we find the parallel, whatever voltage is here, same thing comes for both. Correct? Is it fine till here? So we have found this. So I want VTH. So if we subtract VA minus VB, it's minus, I think where is minus? VA, yeah. So here it is 35 and here it is 42. So if we subtract this, you're going to get how much? Check out. So VA you got as 35.64. So then you got minus 42.27. How much here? Subtract each other. What's the answer? Yeah. Is it audible? What's the answer?
Minus 6.63, sir.
Minus 6.63 now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that minus indicates what I told. The assumption what you have made should be reversed. That's it. So it means this plus this minus. So this is having S potential now. See, by looking the answer only you can justify, right? So compared to VA, VB is bigger than VA. So instead of taking this minus, straight away you can do bigger minus smaller also. It means you can perform 42.27 minus 35.6. So that will also give you the same answer. Okay. Is it fine till here? Any doubts anyone? To find the value of VTH and R equivalent? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Oh, get me the answer of power now. So I hope you remember the formula, it's on the board, right? So formula is here. So VTH square. So just now we got the answer as 6.63 whole square whole divided by 4 into R. So our answer you got earlier as 10.005, right? So multiply that and tell me what's the answer. Check out, substitute your VTH and R equivalent in the equation and tell me what's the answer.
1.9098 watts, sir. 0.98 watts.
Okay, 0.98 watts. So this is what the power dissipated across a given network. So across your load of 10 ohm. So I hope everyone got the logic how to find your maximum power transfer theorem problems now. So if you know Thevenin's, you can solve maximum power. Only thing you should remember is the formula. So maximum power P is equals to VTH square by 4R. So that if you remember, remaining will be easier for you. Am I clear till here? Shall we move on to the next problem? Everyone, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Go to the next one. For next problem. For the network shown below, shown below, find the value of load for the network shown below. Find the value of load for which maximum power is delivered. For the network shown below, find the value of load for which maximum power is delivered, and also find the maximum power delivered across the load, and also find the maximum power across the load delivered. Am I clear with the question here? Is it fine? Yeah, am I audible here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start on the question, circuit now. Circuit is given like this. Is it visible here? Question is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just make a note of the question, everyone. So whatever questions they are going to give, just stick on with the procedure. So you just need to have awareness about Thevenin's theorem. That's all. So hardly you have 5 theorems: superposition, Norton's, Millman, Thevenin's, and maximum power. So from this 5 theorems, you are going to get 40 marks. Okay. So be alert. You can write the things clearly if you know KCL, KVL logic. Right? Okay. So let's proceed. So now I want you to tell how to solve the problem. So what is the first thing you should find? You need to find your RL. And is about R equivalent. So what is the procedure here? So anywhere they are given voltage source for you. Anywhere they are given voltage source for you.
No, sir.
So it means the circuit works mainly on the current. So the current plays a major role here. So what is the first step? So to find the R equivalent, so replace your load with R equivalent. So replace this with R equivalent. Okay. Then if voltage source is there, you're going to do short circuit, but it has become open path. Now tell me what is going to happen for individual resistors. Yeah.
20
What
and
will
120
happen for? So 20 and 120 becomes
series, sir.
Parallel combination. Series, sir.
good. So obviously it's 2 in series. Good. Similar 10 and 50 become series.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Two answer are in parallel,
Yes, sir.
and that parallel answer will come in series with this 8 ohm resistor. Am I clear with this logic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll do one by one. So this 2 resistor, I'm going to eliminate to 1 resistor. Since this 2 becomes 1 resistor. So how the circuit looks now? See, try to write the circuit once more with the R equivalent. So don't write the direct answers. Clear? So how much is this? Is it 140? And what is the value given there? 10 and 50. So it becomes 60. So now check out 140 parallel with 60, how much? So after first main circuit, replace the
42,
circuit with this. How much here?
42, sir.
42. So this combination again I'm going to erase it. And I'm going to write one R equivalent circuit 42. See, this is the third circuit now. Main circuit, then second circuit of parallel combination answer, and that parallel combination answer to one equivalent resistor. 42 is circuit number 3. So now 42 and 8 is. So it means I'm going to reduce it to 1 equivalent R equivalent as 50. So this is what the last. See, if you won't write the circuit diagram like this and show the value, you are not going to get full marks. Am I clear? Am I clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now proceed. So we have finished with your first category. So we found RL or R equivalent as 50 ohm over. So now replace back your current source. So how it was, just take back the question now. So I think I have given the rhombus, right? So pull back the question once more. So you need to rewrite the things like this only. So don't try that answers. So what is the value given? Current 20, yeah? So it's 20. What is the value? I think this is 20. This is 120. This is 20. Got up.
Yes, sir.
So now you have to replace this R equivalent with your VTH. So this is how the circuit looks now. Again, same logic. So you'll be having 3 meshes, right? I1, I2, I3. But we won't consider this I3 because it's an open path. So let me consider the current I1 and I2. So what type of mesh analysis it is now?
Super node.
Super mesh.
Good. So apply super mesh concept. So which current is matching with that given current?
I1, sir.
I1. So what is first equation here? I1 minus I2 equals to 20. So this is your first equation. Any doubts anyone with this? So apply your super mesh equation now. Let me write here. Super mesh equation. So it means once you write this, this is gone. This is going to eliminate. Cut up. So you can trace from here. So it's minus 20 I1 again minus 10 I1 then minus 50 I2 and minus 120 I2 equal to 0. So what will happen for 8 ohm resistor? Any current is flowing there?
No, sir.
So
No,
since it's open path, there is no flow of current. I can tell across 8 ohm current is 0. So now you can simplify this two equation and get the answer for me. So it's minus 30 I1 then minus 170 I2 equal to 0. So this is equation number 2. So solve 1 and 2 and tell me what is the given answer. So you need to
I1
find load
17.
voltages across this two. How much? Yeah?
17, sir. I1.
I1 17 Martappa. Is it positive?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. I2 is minus 3 amperes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it positive? What about I2?
Negative.
Yeah?
Minus
Minus,
3,
sir.
sir.
Minus 3 amps.
Minus 3 amps. Huh? So
Yes,
is it correct
sir.
what you wrote? Both are correct? 17 and minus 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now what you should find? You need to find what is the voltage across individual nodes. Correct? No? So it means if you are able to find, see, what is the voltage across this 10 ohm and 50 ohm. So same answer will come across this two also. Right? So first find what is the voltage across 10 ohm resistor. So across 10 ohm I1 is flowing, right? So I can tell VA. So you can mark this as A and this as B. Okay, Napa? So check out VA. So it says I1 into R is 10. So I1 you told 17 into 10. So you're going to get 170 volt. Serena? Is it fine? So similar check out for VB also. So across 50 ohm, I2 is flowing. So VB is equal to I2 into 50 now. So I2 you told minus 3 into 50. How much here? So it's minus 150 volt. Am I clear till here? Everyone? Any doubts here, anyone? Am I audible? Is it fine till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, I already told you, if you get a negative current, it means that the assumption what we have made is reverse. It doesn't mean that current is negative and the value of voltage is negative. So actually it is positive only. So it's 170 volt and 150 volt. So what you should do, I just need to subtract VA minus VB. So it's 170 minus 150. So it builds how much? What's the answer of VA now? I mean VTH?
20 volts.
20 volts. So any doubts anyone? See, if you get this type of answer, 170 and minus 150, you need to add it. So you need to add both voltages to get the final answer. Or else make both positive and subtract bigger minus smaller. That will also give the same answer. Okay now? So I can tell VAB is nothing but VTH is equals to, so you told 170. So I can add also or I can subtract directly also. So both answers are same. So you found VTH as 20 volt. Any doubts anyone with this? Am I clear? Is it fine? So just check out the power now. VTH square divided by 4R. See, first dump the formula. Before finding the power, I want everyone to dump the formula. In that, you need to substitute the value of your VTH as well as the load. What was the load you got? How much R you got here?
50, sir.
50, yeah? Okay, so what is the power now?
2 watts.
Estapa?
2 watts.
2 watts. So don't forget to write the unit. So this is what the answer to solve your next question. So am I clear with this, everyone? So I hope everyone got the procedure now, how to solve the maximum power transfer theorem. Any doubts, anyone? If there, you can ask here. Is it fine till here? Is it fine? Shall we move to next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have 2 more problems, you have to solve it. So let's wind this topic today. Okay, let's go with next one. Find. So it's a 10 marks question. Find the value of load resistance. Find the value of load resistance when maximum power is transferred. Find the value of load resistance when maximum power is transferred across it, and also find the value of maximum power transferred, and also find the value of the maximum power transferred for the network shown below. For the network shown below. But on the network it is given here. So they given supply here of 5 volt. The value of resistors are given 8. So it's 4. And they given one current source of 2 amp. And the value of resistor is 4 by 3. It's 4 by 3. Okay, 4 by 3, and there is a supply voltage plus minus of 2 volt, and they are connected a load here. So A, B, and this is your load. Okay, so this is a given question, right? So stick on to the procedure here. Question is visible here. Is it fine? What is the question? Okay, so now tell me how to solve. So load they have calculated. So this is what you should find, RL or R equivalent. So to find this, what's the procedure? So replace your load with R equivalent. Okay, so there is a voltage source also, there is a current source also. What you should do? How many voltage sources you have?
2 voltage sources, sir.
Okay, good. So it means this 2 volt is going to be short, and similarly this 5 volt is also going to be short. What will happen for current source now? Open path. Kata? So this is how the next circuit you should write. So after doing the short circuit and open circuit, the new circuit you should build. So that also carries some marks, right? So from this, what is happening for 8 and 4? Is it series or parallel here?
Parallel, sir.
Parallel. So you take 8 and 4 parallel combination, and that answer will be in series with this 4/3 ohm resistor. What is 8/4 series answer? I mean parallel answer? How much is this 8 and 4 parallel answer?
2.667.
2.666, sir.
Okay, so 2.66. Again, that you can add with this 4/3 and check out what is R equivalent now. How much here? How much?
4 ohms, sir.
4 ohms. Okay. So you found the first answer, that is your R equivalent as 4 ohm. So any doubts anyone till here? Is it fine? So now we will pull back the things. What was there? So I'm going to replace a voltage source of 2 volt. Plus minus 2 volt is there. So this will be your VTH now. And there was a current source. What was the value I gave? 2 amps, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 2 amps. And replace back your 5 volt also. Okay. So this is how the circuit looks now. Right? Yeah. So how many meshes again? 1, 2 and 3. So I know that this mesh current is not there. Right? So what can be done? Just check out once. See if you have I1, I2 and I3. So we know that between I2 and I3 there is a super mesh. Correct? So I3 is 0. I can get the answer of I2 itself as 2 amps. And I can proceed, I can solve. Yes or no here? Yes or no? So this is how you need to solve?
Yes.
Okay. See, that is a one way. I will repeat. So if you take I1, I2, I3 as 3 mesh, we know that I3 is equal to 0 because it is open path. So since a current source is there between I2 and I3, we can write I1 and I2 both are same. Sorry, I2 and I3 are same. And I can write I2 is equal to 2 amp. That is one way. Similarly, I can apply mesh analysis for this. I can get the answer of I1, I2. Same procedure, find the node voltages, get the answer. Or without applying my mesh analysis, can I solve this? Can anyone tell me without applying mesh analysis, is it possible to solve?
Yes, sir. Source transformation.
Yes, good. You can apply source transformation technique. Listen carefully. See, ultimate goal is to find this VTH. Correct now? So look at this. There is a voltage source and there is a current source. If you able to convert this practical voltage source to current source, so 2 current source becomes 1 current source, 1 resistor. If you apply source transformation black, you're going to get only 1 voltage and 1 resistor. Is it not? So from that voltage, whatever answer you got, if we subtract this 2 volt, that itself is my VTH. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll proceed with that type of problem now, because see, sometimes no need to apply mesh analysis also. Straight away you can get the answer. If you apply mesh analysis or nodal analysis, it's left to you. I already told you clearly, whichever technique you know better, you go with that, but answers should remain same. So you can verify yourself. If you have time in the exam, you can convert whichever method you want, and you can verify yourself what you done right or wrong. Okay. So now what I told, convert this practical voltage source to practical current source. To convert this practical voltage source, so I will write things here. So what is the current source here? So when you have resistor, you are going to get 8 ohm only. What is the current source? And direction is upward because plus minus was given the same way. How much? I is equals to V by R.
0.625.
Yes, Appa?
0.625 amperes, sir.
0.62. Okay, good. So now look at this. So both currents are in same direction. Can I add it?
Yes, sir.
So it becomes 2.62. And what about this parallel combination? 8 and 4 parallel combination ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೋ?
2.66.
Get one equivalent resistor. Let me write first 2.62. Okay. So then for this one parallel resistor, how much here?
2.667, sir.
2.667. Okay. So let me write 2.66. So you add 4.4 by 3 as it is and plus or minus 2 volt as it is. So let me keep that VTH A and B as it is, right? So now what can be done? Again, you can convert this back to voltage source. Yes or no? So convert that back to voltage source. So direction is plus minus. So this 2.66 comes here. What's the value of voltage here? V is equals to I into R. This to multiply into for to get voltage. How much?
Almost 7, sir. 6.969.
Okay, so let me take 7 volt. So 6.9 something, approximately 7 volt. Okay, now. So this 2.66 and 4 by 3 becomes series, and again one more voltage is there here. So how much the series combination just check out? Even if you keep that as it is also not a problem, because my aim is not to find this value of resistor. Since I am not applying any mesh analysis, straight away I can write VTH answer. So since you have only one voltage source of main, that is this, and if this was not there, if this 2 volt was not there, I could have written same VTH as 7 volt. Agree? Everyone agree?
Yes, sir.
So since that 2 volt is there, I should subtract that 7 with 2. So you can perform 7 minus 2. So you got 5 volt. So hence you proved the VTH is 5 volt. See, we didn't apply any mesh analysis also or nodal analysis also. Straight away, we apply the technique of source transformation. We got the answer. If you want, you can verify using mesh analysis and check out, do you get same answer or not? Okay. I hope I have told you how to solve in mesh analysis also, right? So check out the power now. So P is equals to VTH squared by 4 times of R, 4R. So it's pi square divided by 4 into, how much R you got? Is it 4?
Yes, sir. 4, sir.
Okay. What is the answer here? Power?
1.5625, sir.
1.56 watts. So after decimal, you can take 2 points. That is enough. So 1.56 watts. So this is what the power dissipate across that RL. So RL you proved as 4 ohm. So I hope you got this type of problem also, everyone. So we'll try to solve one last on AC and we'll wind this model number 2. Any doubts? Anyone till here? Is it fine here till here? Everyone? Is it fine? Shall I? Everyone, is it fine? Am I audible?
Voice is breaking, sir.
Yeah, just 1 second. It's showing bad network. Just now, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So go ahead. We'll try to solve one problem, last one on AC analysis also. What is the question? Find the value of ZL. So now you can understand, whenever they give ZL, it means it's an impedance state. So whenever impedance is there, it means there will be RLC element. Clear? So clearly mentioned, it is a problem on AC analysis. Okay. So now they may give the values in terms of polar form. You need to apply the logic how we are taught in the last classes. you can solve the things. Okay. So they are asked not RL now, it's ZL. So it understood it is a AC analysis problem. So find the value of ZL for which maximum power transfer across the circuit, for which the maximum power transfer across circuit, and also find its maximum power, and also find its maximum power. So on the question here, again it is 10 marks question. So the value of resistor is given, capacitor is given, so it's 20 at an angle 0 degree volt. So it is in polar form now. So they are given two voltage source for you. 10 at an angle 45 volt, and this is your load impedance ZL. Question is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just stick on to the procedure here. So whatever things they are given, whether it is AC analysis or DC analysis, so the process remains same, right? So you need to find ZL first. So what is the concept? Remains same, no? Wherever voltage is there, short circuit. Current, if it is there, means open circuit. So now circuit changes what? So this becomes short circuit. Again this becomes short circuit, and you can replace this with Z equivalent. Okay now? So what is Z equivalent formula now? How will you find? So what is there now? So this 3 and minus 4J is one impedance. So this is parallel with this 10 ohm. Correct and wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I can perform what? 3 minus 4J parallel with 10 ohm. So you need to perform your logic. So same way. So what it can be done now? What can be done here? So it becomes 3 minus 4J into 10 divided by 3 minus 4J plus 10. Sainapa. So 3 minus 4J into 10 divided by 3 minus 4J plus 10. What's the answer? So apply the mode in calcium, you can check out. So you get the answer in rectangular form. If you keep the mode in calcium and tell me, then you can tell the answer in polar form. How much for this? 3 minus 4 into 10. How much here? So you should know how to calculate manually also if there is no calci. So if you have a calci with you, you can go with a complex mode and get me the answer. How much here? Anyone got the answer?
2.97. 97, sir.
Okay.
Minus 2.16 J.
16J. So this is in rectangular form. So can it be in polar form? Because the value of voltages are in polar form. How much?
3.672.
3.67 at an angle.
Minus 36.02, sir.
Okay. So write in terms of polar form. So everyone got the same answer. Is it fine till here? Is it fine here? Z equivalent. Everyone got the same answer? Is it fine? So once you got this, so go back to your question now. So they are given what? They are given two voltage source here. I'll replace back. So I wanted to solve this and finish off this problem. So replace this with, so VTH, or I can write ZTH also. Okay. So plus minus, what is the value given? 10 at an angle 45. What about this one? 20 at an angle 0. Okay. So stick on to the procedure. So whether you want to apply nodal analysis or mesh analysis, it's left to you. So ultimately I want what is VTH. See, since there is no flow of current, so this voltage won't come to picture, only this mesh current, right? So if you apply this mesh current, get me the answer, then you can multiply and get the answer of voltage easily. Will you finish up this, everyone? I'm audible here. You got what
Yes,
I
sir.
said? So just finish up this and tell me what is the answer of VTH. By the time I take attendance, I want everyone to finish it off. Just solve that. Why strength is less today? So US number 1 is not there, 2, no, 3,